hey, we got new units, so let's talk about them. Or at least about this one, because I'm all about dungeons, so let's look at his skills. So he does damage in proportion to enemy's HP. It is a passive, so every single hit will be perfect AI damage by enemy's max HP. And in addition to that, if he's fighting bosses, the damage is going to be increased by 50%. So on paper, this should be good, but let's see. Here we have 3 attacks with branding, so that should trigger this passive 3 times. And it should do some pretty decent damage because it has 75% chance to apply branding with each attack. The skill 1 doesn't really make any sense because this skill says you want to use him against bosses, and bosses cannot be stunned, and his skill 1 stuns. Come on, come to us. Like, let's make it make sense, right? Crit rate of wind, yeah, whatever. You know, if he awakened into stats, it would be better. Okay, for test number 1, we're going to be replacing Homunculus with him just to see the baseline for damage in Giants, because that is like the dungeon where you would probably want to use him if you want to be using him anywhere, because it's a boss, so this should do fine. Here he shouldn't even take a turn. And we cannot see anything over the resist numbers. But here is where it should be interesting. What the fuck is that? What was that? Just for comparison, this is what the Homunculus does with the same set. Okay, now let's do a different kind of test. Maybe the passive just cannot crit, so let's test that right now. Maybe it's just flat damage that gets applied similar to how Miles would work. Okay, so we get to the boss, then we miss the defense break. Doesn't really matter what happens here. The Sigmaros has HP scaling did 30k damage. Luna HP scaling 50k damage. How much does this do? Oh, so it's just complete garbage. Okay, so it's not flat damage. So the passive cannot crit. We can see that it cannot crit. The passive does scale with defense break, but it does not scale with crit. That's weird, but sure. And it's 60k even though he doesn't have any stats. Now Swarfarm says that this has speed scaling, but I tested it. It doesn't have speed scaling. They probably just have placeholder values there for now. Final verdict. Is he good? I don't think so. I don't see where you would use this. Like technically, maybe for the Spiders of Ascension, but even there, you wouldn't want to take him. Like you saw that the Luna was doing more damage, and she pushes back attack bar. So should you build him? No, don't waste your resources like I just did.